European Union leaders are calling it a historic day. After 90 hours of tough talks, they have approved a package of around $860 billion to deal with the economic impact of COVID-19. The bloc also agreed on a budget of more than $1 trillion for the next 7 years. The summit chairman called it a pivotal moment, saying the deal sent a concrete signal that the region is a force for action. The package allocates nearly $450 billion in the form of grants to pandemic-hit countries. That's lower than the $570 billion proposed by France and Germany. Another $410 billion will be dispersed in repayable loans. But stimulus payouts will come with strings attached. Ollie Barrett tells us more.
One of the big sticking points throughout this summit and leading up to it had been that so-called Frugal Four group of nations, Sweden, Denmark, Austria and the Netherlands, along with Finland. They were very worried about the amount of grants in this package that were going to go to countries whose economies have been distressed by the COVID-19 crisis particularly badly. That amount of grants in the package was around 500 billion euros going into the summit. Well, the Frugal Four said that it shouldn't be anything above 375 billion euros, and then you had countries like Italy and Spain, which had seen their economies worst hit by COVID-19, saying it should be nothing below 400 billion euros. Well, the final figure comes out at around 375 billion euros in grants. So you see right there one of the areas in which everyone really has had to compromise. It looks also like the Frugal Four group of nations were run over by rebates in the overall EU budget, money that will come back to them after their contributions. We also saw compromise on the idea of a rule of law mechanism in this recovery fund that was aimed to ensure that rule of law and democracy were being lived up to in countries like Hungary. Well, that has, to all intents and purposes, gone away now. So another area there where the Frugal Four have compromised. But compromise is really all round. That was required to get this deal over the line after 5 days.